Hey everyone, and welcome back to the semifinal round. To end it all, we're watching Cloud9 HyperX going up against TeamQ. We do have an early pause coming out here. Looks like 1:20 till start. They're actually going to do a small pause here. There was a small issue on the side of Cloud9 that should be sorted out pretty shortly here, but we're going to go ahead and jump into this match as soon as it gets started up here. On C9, we do have Suntouch playing Bastet Jungle. Frostiak is out on holiday for the day. Zalia on Ra in the solo lane. Smek playing Apollo this time around. And Sayo in the mid lane with the Allfather Odin. And Half Devil going to be swapping in for support as Suntouch moves over to jungle, playing Sun Wukong in the support role.
Now, last week, Team Torch was able, or rather went down to Team Solo Mid. Solo Mid went up against Team Q in the finals as they were able to get through C9. They're going to have another chance at this, and it's looking good. They have a strong lineup. Poeng going to be taking Geb, the Egyptian god of Earth. The first time we're going to see him in the European scene. Over to the duo lane, we're going to have Proxy QQ likely going jungle, of course, with that Guan Yu. NQ going to the solo lane with his famous tier. Real ZX heading over to the duo lane as well with Neath, and Captain Twig going to the mid with the ever-present Zhang Kui.
So as it stands right now, DM, we have TeamQ sitting at 190 seeding points and Cloud9 HyperX at 360. That is going to be 170 more points than they currently have available. So 170 point difference, that's 2 weeks at least of competition to clear that gap. So TeamQ, they can't really waste any more opportunities. I mean, they have to be able to push this up as high as they possibly can. You see the unpause coming out here. We're going to be underway with this match. The players are purchasing their items. But, again, TeamQ, they're under pressure here. C9, they're not. I mean, they're pretty much guaranteed to go at this point. In fact, they are guaranteed to go at this point, depending on, how they order themselves is how they're going to be placed in the upcoming 159K tournament. But they're sitting pretty comfortable, whereas TeamQ, they want to be able to secure their slot, and things are still kind of up in the air for them.
These four teams have a fair amount of seeding points. I think more likely they're really fighting to try to get the better seed, none of whom really want to fight COG going into round one. I mean, that's just a morale killer, man.
It's tough. It's tough. And, it also could be that, things change live. Everyone knows that live play is so much different than online play. And maybe Cognitive Gaming just isn't a live team. We saw them perform last time, and Dig was absolutely dominant in the live setting. Last time we did see them, of course, at the PAX Prime Invitational. So we'll see how that changes up, and there's a lot of things to look at. A ward down the left side. Poeng getting that ward out on the blue buff left side of the map. Beautiful placement there, and that's going to allow them a lot of vision. Right side, pretty standard starts here. Guan played by Proxy, looking to jump in on something, kind of lurking forward here. See if he can't spot something out, but again, we do have that Birds of Wisdom coming out from Sayo. It's hard to sneak up on Odin.
Yeah, there's no way to actually sneak up on Odin. However, Bastet can sneak up on Guan Yu. He's going, the first rule, you invade every game. But can they be quick on the hand of the gods here? She jumps in. They didn't hand just yet. This is risky. He jumps back without gaining much of anything. But she'll have another chance here as she goes over towards the blue buff. No, she's going to go to lane. Yeah. I think she's had her fill so far.
And they have vision on the blue buff at the bottom, too, so they'll be able to spot that Bastet has left. And honestly, this just comes down to the fact that Suntouch isn't a main jungler, so that timing a little bit early, wasn't able to jump in. You kind of have to wait a little bit for them to hog and possibly use their base attacks to get it down enough. And the timing was just a little bit off there for Suntouch. Pops the pot early, though. Proxy QQ and NQ with that early start. Level 1 Bastet could be an opportunity for a kill on the right side if NQ can grab that fearless juggle combination. NQ is capable of doing it. He plays that character so very well. There's the pounce. Left side, actually, it looks like Half Devil looking to steal away that damage buff. Backs out a little bit early, actually puts a ward down early on. Able to get that vision off. I love how aggressive and involved supports are getting nowadays.
I mean, the rotations, the constant push into mid camps, and the aggression in the duo lane. Right now, they have a good chance, and they really should take it trying to find a kill onto Real ZX. If they allow them too long in this lane, what is Haley? Look at these guys. They're down there. 3-man gank. NQ's in trouble. NQ goes down, and now they're going to be chasing Proxy. There's the jump. He has one shot here. He's just waiting for the Razor Claws. He's actually going to give this one away. Doesn't feel the need to be greedy. They're just going to go back to their respective lanes, continue the farm game. I respect that.
Damage buff was actually stolen away by TeamQ there, but of course, Tyr losing his life, not able to capitalize on it. Of course, Proxy able to survive there. Did not end up going. Actually went for Tyr two-handed. Did he mess up? Tier 2 Hand of the God started here for Proxy. It looks like he double-clicked it on accident.
No, I
so
think
he doesn't
that's a
have
good
that pot
pick.
there.
I think it's a good pick. That early 60-second Hand of the Gods is so in favor. Now, mid lane, here we go. Sio's got the Ring of Spears. Captain Twig takes the 4th hit there. Stunned too early. Goodbye.
That Sio, man, Odin in the mid lane, so great at capturing. And honestly, it's good that he's starting early because Jungle gets so fed so quickly. Proxy in the mid lane taking some harassment here from the Odin. Turning to Poeng. He has the roll that's going to start it up, but stunned early. Looking for the shield, comes down on top. The Stone Shield doing a lot to protect Poeng here. Will he look at Tower? Looks like he's going to be okay. Jingle Bang doing some damage. Proxy dropping the Odin.
God.
Goes in. Needs 2 shots now because of that conviction heal from his passive. Tranquility doing so much for Proxy, and that's going to be a free kill for Team Q. You gotta factor in the heal.
That was greedy. That was very greedy. Proxy Q very low, getting chased out again. Half Devil not really willing to give this one up just yet. Will now finally rotate back over to the left side. Geb getting out of that one. Honestly, I think that was not a kill specifically because of how new Geb is to the scene. Instead of just letting the shield fall off and repositioning in front of him and going for the body block, they attacked the shield. And by the time that the attacks were over, the shield fall off anyway, still not, through the HP threshold. And at that point, he had walked away from them because of the movement penalty incurred from the in-hand attacks. It was kind of a misplay there on Cloud9's part, thanks to maybe a little bit of not understanding the God.
Oh, Half Devil in trouble. Roll out. Need ultimate. Bird gets interrupted here. Poe needs to get close, but Shockwave's on Cola. Cataclysm comes out, doesn't have the distance. It does. Stunning out Half Devil, doing a little bit of damage there. Spiro keeps it in place. Sundutch joining in. There goes the knock-up spin. Jingle Bang. No ultimate. He's level 4. Great pick by Team Q. The shield keeps Proxy alive long enough. There goes a beautiful. Doesn't hit. One more shot. Smek cleans it up, and now Realzy in trouble. Roll out. Does it end short? It does. Doesn't have the distance. There goes a Shockwave. Spirit Arrow. Bleed. Even Suntouch. The bleed might be enough. Razor Claws ticking down.
Hit.
One more will do it. No,
wow.
Not going to take him out, and now they're going to rotate over and take this damage buff away from Team Q.
That was so close. Cloud9 answering back right there. 900 gold in the lead. Captain Twig's going to find himself in a bad spot here. Ring of Spears, but under the tower. I don't know if he's going to have the damage here. This could turn around badly, but Suntouch jumps back in there. He has a chance to get something done. Stun's not going to be good as Pounce 2 allows him to get right back out of there. And oh my God, was he low. Thankfully, he got healed right back up. Due to that jungle buff, I think the card might have killed him there.
Yeah, it was very close. Now, honestly, if he stayed longer or waited until that Pounce couldn't bring him back into the jungle, Recall Demons most assuredly would have killed him off. So great play there, and smart reaction by Suntouch. And honestly, this is kind of like an unfortunate situation for Sio. When you pick over the mid lane, actually right side, NQ gets a small heal off, but Xaylia finishes him there. Oh, Xaylia's solo lane is so strong. But again, if you're picking Odin mid, you're looking for literally any mage but jungle.
Seriously. And now look at this. He's in trouble. Does he have enough to lunge? His mana costs are very high, but Gungnir's Might is giving him a lot of HP 5 back right there, and he was able to escape just fine. The beam's gonna miss. Proxy's gonna go down on the right side under the tower to the Cats. And it looks like, they're going to be able to steal away the buff as well. Xaylia doing a lot of damage right there. And he was able to get just enough done. 5-2 right now. 1,600 gold in the lead. Cloud9 holds it.
So Kong kind of holding down the mid lane in place of Sio here. Waiting for him to rotate back over and get back in the lane. Half Devil falling behind early here, not able to get the distance. And honestly, in the last engagement, we saw him late to level 5, so couldn't use Somersault Cloud to keep himself safe and really spelled his fate down. I like the fact that we're seeing a lot of sprints here on the right side from Team Q, countering the Suntouch play with Bastet. I mean, sprint is such a great counter to that cat call, keeping yourself away from the cats as well as preventing the slow mechanics that Bastet relies on so heavily. We're going to see NQ start out with that Stone of Gaia here, keep himself safe up against Xaylia solo, but at the same time, it is Xaylia, and he's going to put you in some pretty poor situations. As we saw before, if you're looking at the solo lane, taking out NQ on tier in the solo lane so handily like Xaylia is doing, that is a feat in and of itself. NQ is so good at tier, but Xaylia with that divine spirit slowing him down when he gets close, and it's the worst feeling in the world to go up against Ra as a solo laner that's melee. It's very obnoxious.
It's probably a good word for it. Suntouch going to be right here for the mid-camp respawn. Already Half Devil is on top of it. Right side again. NQ taking damage. Half Devil just holding this right now for Suntouch, who is I guess, uninterested in the mid-camp as he walks over towards the right side, but it looks like NQ's not going to get ganked. Half Devil just tanking this one down in its entirety as Suntouch just plays a little bit of defense. Left side, we're going to see Geb rotating in as well to help Captain Twig hold this down. Left lane, Real ZX still going at it over there with Smek. No one has a major advantage just yet. You see Smek hitting level 9, sticking around right there. Mid lane, we have more pushes going on. Jingu Bang going to slam down onto Guan Yu, but not really much in terms of commitment.
Yeah, they tried to jump in there, but, Junkway had already retreated. Poang was in the back of the tower, and, no opportunity. And, with Sayo falling so far behind in the lead that he's looking for. I mean, Sayo lives and breathes leads, but just can't get it. Cat call as Proxy shows up in the jungle. Body block prevented by the Warriors' will. Sayo gets the trap inside Proxy's. Horse is going to be worthless here. There's the Gunner's Smite. Proxy's going to go down here. Fist comes out, not going to do enough, but of course Half Devil comes out. There goes the Razor Claws, scratching into the back of Guan Yu, and he falls down there. That was textbook reaction. Smek stunned out, looking for some harassment in the mid lane. Couch pick. There's the roll into the tower, just barely missing the edge. Smek dashing away. Oh! Cataclysm Poang! He knows this character so well. The demons come out, the exposed evil, not gonna land. So Smek's gonna survive. Half Devil forced to retreat. Is Sayo not done yet? That heal is insane. The shield is out. 2 versus 1. Sayo's very tanky, looking for the kill. Knock up from the shockwave. Geb, he's doing such a fantastic job of making this engagement go the way they want it. Poang. Wow.
Man, 1 more inch he would have been inside the tower, and that would have been a kill. But that Cataclysm on reaction to the moves was one of the fastest things I think I've ever seen in Smite.
That was beautiful.
Suntouch chasing him down there. Bleed going to go onto Poang and send him towards the Gold Fury. Dropping down a Sentry Ward. It's going to be able to find a ward of his own. Red buff getting taken by Guan up on the top side of the map there. As Real ZX retreats back over to his lane to continue his farm. Right side, Zalia has just locked down NQ under that tower. Level 10 to level 11. Zalia does have a small advantage. Bastet getting turned on here. Proxy taking some damage. Suntouch barely dodging the card. This is risky.
Yeah, coming out here, doing a Proxy, looks like Sayo is in the fight. Stun coming out from Captain Twig. Gonna go for the Cats. Great trap yet again, looking for Captain Twig. The shield is active, buying some time. He's actually body blocked by the Cat, still slowing it down. NQ's gonna join the fight. Zalia gets the snipe at the edge here. Beautiful placement. NQ surrounded in an ocean of blue. Jumps away, but Sayo's got hops too, but not as far and certainly not in the right direction. So a bad read from Sayo will allow NQ to get some distance and get away from that one. You
I
can
don't
feel
think
the
it was
snipe.
a bad read. I think jumping towards the tower was smart. I just think the way that NQ went was smarter.
Sure.
I think NQ had a juke more than a read there. I think that was a really good idea to rush into the jungle to go for the tower, which is usually the obvious thing, like, oh, towers are going to save me, I'll go that way. But he's like, wait, I have a teammate this way, it's a shorter distance, I'll go that. I like that decision. And NQ's going to need to make more smart decisions as he has somehow gotten 2 levels behind Zalia now, who has procced into level 13.
It's a beautiful point, the fact that, it all comes down to be able to, react to the situation at hand. And honestly, it's one of the things that people really need to work into their play is that sometimes, and more often than not, it's going to be safer to run towards teammates instead of looking for the proper juke. And a lot of people just try to run towards a tower or juke away from skills instead of just, going to your family and having them protect you. Mid lane, Catcher gets a double stun. Sayo's going to eat that ultimate. It looks like Half Devil ate that one for him. Recall Demons, pops out. Captain Twig in trouble. Tries to get the card as he goes down. Bastet wants one shot. He gets one chance. The shield prevents it. Poang coming in the clutch yet again. Jumping in is going to be Proxy QQ. The Towel Assault comes out. He's going to get away. No, gets bursted down, and Sayo is still alive.
Yeah, he's trying to escape here. It doesn't look like they really have anything to follow up. There's no World Weaver available. They're turning their sights to Half Devil here, who does manage to get up on the cloud and heal himself up. Smek joining the fray here as he jumps in just to protect his support, make sure he gets out. Overall, 4,300 gold in the lead right now. 8-2. Cloud9 is really just taking control with this, maybe not new lineup, but having their sub work out so well. Suntouch in the jungle right now is 303 with Bastet. I mean, this is really going their way.
Yeah, it really is, and they're controlling the aspects so well, and I think it really can be pinpointed at the 1-4 Proxy Archer. It doesn't seem to hit home as we often see him do. We know Proxy's a very accomplished jungler, but today he's not having such a great matchup here with that early start on Guan. He's actually go directly into Titan's Bane, which is going to allow him to do more penetration through the defenses of the enemy. Going to help with characters like Half Devil, Sayo, and Zalia with early physical protection. But how do you feel about this Titan's Bane rush?
It's strong. I mean, right off the bat, you want to make sure that you can just lower the defense as much as possible with the Tallow Assault. But now, especially with characters as tanky as Sayo is, I mean, look, he's barely even taking damage from 2 sources here. He's actually out-damaging them at this point, forcing the cavalry charge. He's not going to dive the tower. That was a lot of damage coming through that Sayo was able to get out. So with the Titan's Bane, this might be able to turn a little bit more into their favor. But for now, until that's really finished, I just don't see a gank happening onto that Odin.
Yeah, but you look at other options, something like Jotun's Wrath that gets penetration as well as a CDR and a little bit more mana as well, or possibly, you know, a little bit tankier choice to allow him to get in and get on the fights. You know, he's leaning a lot on that tranquility, even to keep himself alive, but, you know, he just doesn't seem to have the tankiness. And right there, you see a consequence of that. He gets initiated on by Sayo trapped inside, and when he pops the ultimate, finally, he doesn't have HP to go in. He just doesn't have enough HP left to be able to deal with it. Rollout's on cooldown. There goes the shield. Jumping up to Poing, taking a lot of damage. Cataclysm buys sometimes, but the cats are undeterred. Poing in trouble, goes down here. Neath ultimate put Suntouch in place. Actually, that ultimate doing a lot of damage. Yeah. There goes the cats. There goes the Ninetales. Razor Claws comes off. Proxy in trouble. The Dot's going to get it. Smek is joining in on the fun. Spirit Arrow not going to land. Half Devil finding Realzy here as Odin is just doing the damage buff casually. They might find Captain Twig in trouble. Suntouch, Sayo, Half Devil, Smek coming in tight. Suntouch jumps over the wall. Now surrounding. Recall Demons is off cooldown. There's the so beautiful DM. Realzy trying to get away. Great Spear Arrow. But looks like he may. Oh, Half Devil looking for it. Not going to find it.
No, he's going to be forced back there. The 1-for-1 really wasn't worth it there. So they're going to back off 5,400 gold up right now. Cloud9 has complete control. And they look at this. They just walk past wards. They can't take them down. They don't have sentries themselves right there. And they don't even need them. They're up by so much at this point. Even NQ is getting dominated. I don't think I've ever seen NQ's tier get handled like this before. And that's the power of Zalia. He's still a level up right now, probably even more than that, seeing as he's been level 15 for a while, and he's just pushing into this tower fearlessly.
You know, the way Zalia's mind works is so incredible. Mid-lane versus one here. Olden Spirits come down. Proxy shielded up. It's going to fall off any second now. Not even necessary. 170 damage per hit there. 250 at the end. Sayo shredding through Guan Yu. He goes tier 1 Titan's Bane into tier 1 Void Blade. Needs that protection, realizing it now, not going to be tanky enough as Suntouch makes his way around the back end. No one in place to react to this here. He's just going to probably put some poke out on Captain Twig. Cat's coming out. Razor Claw sprint activation going to keep Captain Twig safe. There's the Ninetales as a frustrated activation. He's like, fine, go. Fine.
Right side, again, we're having a boxing match go on. Neither of whom will make it over to this Gold Fury attempt where 3 members of C9 are bursting this down. Suntouch jumping into Twig here. One shot after the jump. TeamQ actually steals it away, but they're going to lose their Jean Quay for it, and Poing is probably not in a great spot. There comes the Kata. Very small amount of damage at this time. Reels the X in there as well. There's the Gungnir's Might damage. Suntouch will fall. Half Devil's low, can't jump in just yet. As C9 Sayo runs forward looking for a kill onto Reels the X. He gets the lunge. Gungnir's Might's going to slow him down, but the beads is going to speed him up. I don't think he can turn around here. If he turns around and goes for the Spirit Arrow and misses, he's going to be in trouble.
Half Devil doesn't have the distance. Good read, but didn't have the timing there, so wasn't able to get the hand over the wall. But, of course, not necessary. Sayo cleans that one up. I felt so much for Geb there. I mean, beautiful initiation. The rollout came through. He punted Apollo away from the Gold Fury and simultaneously executed it with the Hand of the Gods. Poeng is playing so well today and showing off the skills that Geb is able to throw down. But one thing that, you know, you need to realize about Geb is he's not CC immune until the end of his rollout. And right when he started the rollout, Gugnir's Might slowed him down, and that guaranteed his death. He was the slowest boulder anyone has ever seen, and could not escape the clutches.
The boulder doesn't cleanse CC as well, so if you're slowed or, you know, any kind of effect is on you and you get into that point, you will remain slowed or whatever else might be ailing you. So even if he did manage to get pushed out a little bit farther, he wouldn't have got away from that one. Check out the board right now. Proxy QQ, not having the game of his life here, has opted into Void Blade. 1 and 6 right now, just trying to stay alive. Twig in the mid lane is getting pushed down again. He is 0-4 on Shankwe, a character known for being super dominant. He gets the card off there. Check out the heal as well. And Geb is there to keep the shield up. Proxy has rotated in, but Sayo is just undeterred. Looks like he's going to be moving into this tower as Bastet comes in the background.
Touch from the back, jumping in. There's the cat. No cat activation just yet. Captain Twig still alive, and the cats devour him. Jumping out the Proxy gets the Sun, and Suntouch will go down for his insolence here. A 1-for-1 exchange, but you know, when you're currently sitting 5,500 gold ahead and you're looking at Captain Twig, a big catalyst for their control early on, that's not that bad of a trade considering. Now, TeamQ did get more gold out of that, but now there's push potential for C9. They're going to try to capitalize on it right side. Zaylia looking for it, pushing out NQ yet again. I'm surprised to see only one tower's down right now.
That's true. There's been a lot of pushing. NQ has been kind of stuck under there. Oh, there's the World Weaver. Smek is going to be forced to use the moves out of there. Poeng is out of position. The shield used on the person. Probably he didn't want to. And now they're going to turn their sights to Proxy, who does not have the cavalry charge available. He gets burned. Real ZX is looking down the barrel of 3 huge guns right now. Spirit Arrow has been used. Backflip has been used. There's the lunge. He's going to sprint away for the slow immunity, and that was a really good call. Smek's inside as well. Do they decide to turn this around? Sayo really doesn't have any mana here. It will get rooted. Body blocking right now.
Wow.
You see F-Devil. There comes the shot. The card's going to be good. Captain Twig finds it.
That body blocking was inspiring. It really was. And Half Devil showing his stuff here today, blocking as many shots as he can, but as soon as the exposed evil came out, that sealed Odin's fate. And, you know, it's unfortunate for both teams here that 18 minutes into the game, neither of the solo lane towers have been taken out. So both Zaylia and NQ are locked into this solo island, as they call it, as, you know, as it's known. You know, they just can't escape. They have to be able to stay here, and they can't lose these towers. But, you know, both mid and the left side tower are down in favor of C9, and now they've been able to rotate over. Zaylia sniping the blue and walking away free. NQ doesn't even try. Mid lane, Captain Twig taking pressure, returning a lot of damage to Suntouch here, forcing him out. Going to get a lot of harassment on this tower, possibly going to find Half Devil here in front of the Gold Fury, which will respawn in just over a minute.
TeamQ right now is down 13 kills. Now, take away the gold from that. 13 kills is a ridiculous amount of experience, which is a very big component in the fact that they're ahead currently by about 12k experience, not to mention the 6k gold. Suntouch in mid lane is now He is carded, but Sayo is angry and jumping and pushing him out.
Sunking right in there, pushing the wave out. Of course, you know, Captain Twig, very weary of that. Trying to back the spin was more of just a ballerina move there, as Captain Twig has already been teleported back to base. Daily at right side, putting so much pressure on this tower. Look at Sayo. He's coming in through the jungle, looking for opportunity to jump in. Proxy QQ is going to be their target. Poeng is there, going to put that stone shield up and protect him as long as he can. But, you know, with Zaylia and Sayo linking up here, the distance and damage they have combined, it's going to be scary. Shockwave doing literally nothing to these tanky characters. Tower under pressure now. And even with the Captain Twig showing up, they're going to find Poeng. He's going to be a tricky target to take down. Stone shield up already, but look at their damage.
Ah, man, they burned through that stone shield and half of his health super quick. And at this point, he is the tankiest person probably in this game, given that build and given his stone shield. Left side, C9 again has 3 people immediately ready for this Gold Fury. I mean, Real ZX going to rotate over, but honestly, I don't even think I would poke the bear at this point.
They're going to go ahead and take this out. C9 drops down the Gold Fury. Poeng and trying to get something started here. Root. Sayo's going to jump away, and then that's kind of the problem having, you know, Odin as your mid laner when you're up against, is because he's going to be the one that's kind of spearheading the engagements, always in the way, looking for those mid camps, as the mid is usually one of the most involved in the early stages, but it's Odin. You know, you spirit arrow him, you grab him, you stun him, you expose evil, you exorcise the evil from his body, and he just looks at you, laughs, swings his spear around, and runs away.
Speaking of spears, they get swung right there into the mid camp to ensure that extra gold and experience gets swung the way of Cloud9 once again, who now leads 8,600 with close to 14k experience. Sayo in the mid lane continuously pushing out. Right lane, Zaylia continues his pressure as well. Jungle buffs getting taken. Not really a lot of engagements, though. We're seeing a few shots go here and there, but it's been a 13 kill difference for quite some time now. But right side's in trouble. There is no tower there. The cats are out. The Stone Shield's going to be there, which will make them kind of immune to catch for a little while, but the Stone Shield has thus been destroyed. World Weaver coming through is going to hit Suntouch, who is not in a great position anymore. Cavalry Charge will be acted in response. The Half Devil going over, and again, we see a wash.
I see a lot of fear in TeamQ right now. You see the ultimate come out from Guan Yu, Cavalry Charge, you see the roll out primed, and knowing that Odin wasn't there, knowing that Apollo wasn't there, they have vision left side. Realzy can alliterate that information to them as Smek gets a huge damage number out on the left side, but they have a lot of hesitation. They see the opportunities, but they're reluctant to take them because they know the difference in gold. They know the rotation possibility, and they're not having a good history on being able to get the kills they need. They're going to actually find one ward in the mid lane, but that ward is actually going to be protected by that small little spike formation in front of the Fire Giant. You see that the red ward staying up there right out, and that's going to give them some vision on the Fire Giant, but TeamQ, they got to start making some risks here, and they got to start looking for that Fire Giant because C9, they're heading towards that 10K difference.
They're also heading towards the Fire Giant. They have 3 people here. Half Devil's inside. We see a rotation coming over, and I don't know. Sayo can just lock him down. Sayo will just not let him in there. This should be a free Fire Giant. NQ going to try to do something here, but they don't have a hand for a few more seconds, and Poang is taking some serious damage. They turn away. Half Devil has taken a lot here. It's getting very close to kill percent. They're fighting for it. Who's going to be able to get it here? C9 looks like they do manage to take that down. Both Twig and Poang have been killed. Not to mention NQ. Half Devil manages to get out of that one. This is C9's game to lose.
They're pushing the right side, Sayo making sure that they stay where they are. He's going to be the babysitter here, tanking the tower. There's Odin shout. Look at Apollo just rend through this wooden tower, absolutely shredding it. The tedious of Odin as well as the attack speed increasing all they need. Of course, there's Rock dealing in with the Solar Blessing. There's the Jingle Bane to clear out the wave, and now they're going straight in for the Phoenix. They have currently about 20 seconds or so. Captain Twig and Q run at the same time. Poang's going to show up and kind of delay them, but they don't have the damage. Spear Arrow into a Broken Weave to try to hold them in place. Gab with the rollout. Going to miss completely the field goal, Rock. Cataclysm going to buy some time, do some damage here to Half Devil as well as Sayo and Smek. Is it enough? Half Devil forced out. Odin's going to jump away as well. Do they have the damage to follow? It looks like they don't. Sayo going back into the fight here, rooted to the ground by the Spirit Arrow. Going to look for the damage output, but they don't have this Realzy in trouble. Backflips away. Searing Pain's going to get him as he lands! And that's the predictability of backflip that we talk about so much. Zalia sees it, secures it.
Game after game, Cloud9 today has been storming through their opponents, and they show no sign of stopping. 13,000 gold, 20,000 experience in the lead. All 5 go back to spend some of that hard-earned money, and the in-hand gold right there was ridiculous. Look at all the things that were just bought. Rod of Tahuti was already done. A full Obsidian Shard picked up. Beads are finished as well. Suntouch picking up a red pot after the Urchin had been done on top of the Titan's Bane. Smek finally finishing the boots. 5th item's going to put him up now to 28, or rather 26. I forgot the small number. Heartseeker, extra movement speed. And then, Sayo starting Urchin as well. Half Devil looking to start Jotun's Wrath, even as the support for extra stuns, extra knockups, extra damage, and extra healing.
That's exactly right, and that's what we're looking to kind of just hold on to and use. Left side, Spears coming down, Jingle Bang, the roll out, it's going to spin in place, but nowhere to go. Captain Twig throwing out the desperate shot of Exposed Evil. Going to be alive, but Apollo's up in the air. Does he have it? Snek coming down, so beautiful. It hits home, and there goes Captain Twig. 2 for 0 so far. Kev hits that as well. And Kukunescent Kenny surrounded in an ocean of blue. Characters need buying time with the World Weaver. NQ caught out here. Do we have the snipe? Zalia misses the shot. NQ gets picked off, though, by Half Devil's recovery, and now the left Phoenix is under pressure here. Realzy's going to back off. Proxy QQ is going to back up. 2 of the most underfarmed characters on their team. Realzy's going to lead the way, but Proxy a little underfarmed here. The Titan of Chaos is swinging wildly, trying to defend his own base. He's not going to survive. The burst damage comes out. C9 takes this with a 5-time scaling, 25 kills to 5. Dominant.
Incredible showing by C9. Half Devil kind of earning his keep here. In favor of Suntouch as Suntouch goes into the jungle to replace Frostiak. 10-9 leading the pack here with 14,300. Only slightly, and I mean slightly behind Zalia. But look at the damage. 21,000 as Bastards.
They have depth. That's
They
what's
do.
so dangerous about them. I mean, Half Devil stepping in, 1 in 15. He had some great plays there, good body blocking, good control, good awareness. He plays so well. You lose Frostiak, that's a big driving force for them. They put Suntouch in. He plays jungle well. 10, 2, and 9, topping the charts in the entire game for damage. And you think, today's our day. They're missing their jungler. They rotated in one of their subs, switch roles. We're good to go. And C9 says, nope, we're still good. We have that rotation, and credit goes to Suntouch. He's been practicing his jungle. He knew ahead of time that Frostiak was not going to be